Thank you for joining us today. This is a little project that I was thinking about doing a while ago, in which I would explore a genre of I'm calling it ASMR, but I don't think it's really quite ASMR because it's not the conventional kind of mouth sounds like clicking thing you'd normally find, but more like a Let's Play series that's more chilled out than usual. In this series, I just wanted to I wouldn't call it a series. This is gonna be like a little side project of mine that I'm just doing for fun, no profit in mind, where I just play games that make me happy, games that I enjoy from my childhood or whatever, and just talk about them or talk about things that I have in my life going on. This is, as you can see, Pokemon Soul Silver. This is the first ever Pokemon game that I played. I received it from my grandmother when I first got my DS. And it's very close to my heart. I have lots of good memories with this game. So I figured I had this idea. I was like, well, I'm replaying this game. I might as well make something of it, right? So I figure, I don't know who's gonna enjoy this, if anyone, but I'm gonna put it out there because this is a genre of ASMR that I don't see done very often, which is literally just playing a game and talking over it, like a Let's Play, but relaxing. So that's pretty much all I plan to do with this. This is just a Let's Play. Oop, you know what? I just realized I forgot to plug in my controller, so I'm gonna reset this here. Just give me a moment. Sorry about that, folks. We're back in business. I've got my controller plugged up now. I'm actually gonna turn this game down so that I can actually hear myself while I talk, because I am talking very quietly. I still haven't really thought this whole thing through. Like what it's gonna be about, what I'm even gonna talk about this whole time. I'm kinda just improvising as I go. I started with the artwork that you see on the side. That's what I started out with, and I just went up from there. Maybe I'll call this Pokemon Sleepy Silver or something like that, something corny. I'll just put ASMR in the title so that maybe I can get a little bit of engagement going with the algorithm and whatnot. But I'll figure it out. The first thing you'll probably notice is the fact that this is not the start of the game. This is actually not at all the start of the game. I'm actually like 3 badges in already. The unfortunate part is that I had this idea for this Let's Play after I started the game. After I was already like, let's say, like a few hours into it when I had this idea. Oh, actually, I'm a little bit farther than I remember. I'm almost done with Johto in its entirety. So, yes, you guys have joined this adventure a little bit late, but I hope you'll still stick around for the ride. As you can see, the only badge I have left is the dragon type badge. I think the gym leader's name is Claire. I don't know, it's been a while. As you can see, my name there is IDK, because I was playing this with my girlfriend while she watched when I started this run, and I asked her, oh, what should I name my character? And she said, I don't know. So, our little character's name is I don't know. So, why don't we introduce ourselves to the party? Obviously, you guys have missed a lot, so you guys need to get acquainted with our little friends here. This is Sunboy. Sunboy, despite popular belief, is not actually a boy, she's a girl. I'm not really sure how she got her name. Maybe that's how she wants to present herself? I don't know. Like, I really can't remember why she's named Sunboy, but she is. And you know what? Good for her. Next up we have Eggs Benedict, who is a Togetic, who, of course, everybody gets the egg for the Togepi at the beginning of the game. I was planning to raise this Eggs Benedict as my Psychic type, only to realize that Togekiss is actually not Psychic type, nor is any Pokemon in the line Psychic type, which I was greatly troubled by because I was banking on them being my Psychic type, and now, well, I've gone this far. I don't really want to leave them behind. So this is Eggs Benedict. He's our little problem child, but that's okay. We still like him, and he has Fly, so we kind of need him. So next up is Miguel. Miguel. Magnezone is actually one of my favorite Pokemon in the game, and as some of you may know, if you're a real nerd like I am, or at least I think, Magnezone needs to be traded, or Magneton needs to be traded in order to evolve into Magnezone, and so does Haunter, which you can see down there. But the reason why I have both of those on my team is because I am using an altered ROM. This is a ROM hack that allows Pokemon that would normally need to be traded have normal single-player ways of evolving, so that even if you're playing on an emulator and you don't want to figure out the internet, you can just evolve them in-game in a legit way, in a balanced way, not like in a cheating way, so you still feel the accomplishment. So I have both a Magneton and a Haunter on my team in hopes that they'll become a big strong Magnezone and Gengar. So there's Miguel. I'm really excited to use Magnezone because I love to use it any opportunity I can. It's one of my favorite mons. Next up is Spinach. I believe my girlfriend came up with the name for Spinach. Spinach, I love Spinach. I wanted to use a Vileplume, but the very, very sad thing is that Spinach may receive the axe, because I do also really want a Piloswine on my team. Not a Piloswine, a Mamoswine. And that is one of my favorite Pokemon as well, because it was actually my very first shiny that I ever acquired. It was in this game that I got it. So, of course, I really want a Mamoswine on my team, and all of my other Pokemon on my team are a bit too essential. Like, Togetic I need for Fly, Quilava is my starter, I have to keep it, Magnezone's indisputable, I do need a water type, there's Bumbo Jumbo by the way, you'll meet them later, and I want to keep a Gengar because I wanted to use that, wanted to put that no trade evolutions ROM hack to use, and unfortunately Gengar is also a poison type, so I'm not really sure if I want a grass type that badly enough that I would want to have two poison types on my team, so we may replace Spinach with a Swinub. So it saddens me to say it, but it's true. We love you, Spinach. I hope you'll stick around with us until then. Here we have Fartley, who is my Haunter, who will soon be a big strong Gengar. I originally planned to name this guy Rick Ghastly, but like everybody's thought of that name, it's so unoriginal. So here we have Fartley. I can't really remember what inspired its name other than gas. This next here is Bumbo Jumbo. This is our water type. For this run, I wanted to take an unconventional approach to which water type I would use. So I decided to make up for Togetic not being Psychic type, I would get a Slowpoke. I believe I'm going to be evolving it into a slow bro, mostly because I like its design more. So Bumbo Jumbo, I hope, will be a very good addition to the team. I did have to train him up for a little while because he was kind of a last minute decision, so he had to catch up with the rest of the crew. You can see the levels are a little bit unbalanced, but that's okay. They'll catch up with in due time. I am quite proud of the prep I did for this run, because you can actually see that if I switch my team around, you can see the little icons on the right switch around with my team. So the Pokemon I have in my team will update in real time on that little artwork, which I am proud of myself for doing, because that took me a while to figure out. Now, as you might have noticed earlier, Miguel is not doing so good, so we gotta heal him up. I guess we'll use a super potion. There we are. Right now we're in the arc where I believe it's Team Rocket taking over the Goldenrod Tower, so we're making our way through their base right now, trying to stop them. I've got a little bit of tea next to me, which is nice. Some Earl Grey. It's one of my favorite flavors of tea. We've got our first battle of the run. Well, not of the run, but of this series. Let's see how we do, folks. We get to see our friends in battle. I feel so stupid. I've never talked like a YouTuber before. I think Sunboy can take this Rattata. Come on, it's a Rattata. It knows like 3 moves. I forget which one's better. Flame Wheel or Ember? Cloaks itself in fire. One of them's physical, one of them's special. Is this guy a... Okay. So, he's much better with special attacks, so let's use that Ember. I think that Flame Wheel is just there until I get a better move. This guy used a Sucker Punch, but it didn't do shit. Maybe I shouldn't swear. Maybe I should swear a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to get YouTube kidsed. Alright. I figure we have a puzzle to solve here, which is not good because I didn't plan to do any thinking. Okay, there we go. We got cops here too, or are these also rocket guys? Oh, it's a burglar. I actually don't remember this sprite. I don't know how long I'm gonna record these episodes for. Maybe like half an hour each. Maybe 10 minutes each. I don't know. No, that's too short. Maybe 15 minutes. Sunboy. Kick ass. There we go. No prob. Maybe I should train up Togetic a little bit. One thing I am sad about is that you can't evolve Togetic until you get to Kanto, because that's when you unlock the shiny stone and like the bug hunt and stuff. The bug hunt, I do want to talk about the bug hunt. The bug hunt, what's it called? The bug catching contest, I mean, in the national park was one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid. I don't know, I wish I could go back in time to when I played this game, because I barely used the internet at that time. I was not an internet baby. I was entirely just a watch SpongeBob on TV and play on my DS kid. So, I knew nothing about Pokemon going in. So imagine me going into this game, no prior knowledge, just experiencing the Pokemon world in its rawest form. It was like playground shit, you know? Going out and just finding stuff out for myself. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what Pokemon were what. I didn't know what Pokemon could evolve. It was all new to me. I remember playing. Actually, I had my copy was actually a used copy. I don't know who's gonna be watching this, but maybe the guy who owned my copy is gonna see this and finally realize where it went. But my player character was named Sahil. Sahil, I think that's an Indian name or something. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. But the rival was named Raul. I think that's how you pronounce that. Sorry. And I didn't know that it was a used copy at the time. I was young enough to not know what used copies were, and I thought that was just what the characters were named, you know? And I started in the Pokeathlon Dome, so imagine my confusion starting up the game to no tutorial, no exposition, just dropped into this place with all kinds of neon colors, and with a Quilava by my side. I didn't even get to pick my own starter, I just got a Quilava dropped there next to me. There were only 2 Pokemon in my party, the Quilava and the egg. No, it was a Togepi, it was already hatched. And I didn't know what to do, I was just lost. So all I could do was just figure it out for myself. I just walked around and figured out the works. I remember being scared to death when I walked into the grass and suddenly got startled to the music going "Bah!" and like it was raw, you know. I would go as far as to say that this game was my best gaming experience of all time. Not best game, but best gaming experience, you know? If that makes any sense. I'm getting too wrapped up in what I'm saying. I didn't even see what kind of Pokemon was being sent out, so when in doubt, send out Sfartley. So I didn't use the internet for anything, right? I didn't watch any videos about Pokemon, I just figured it out. So going in blind was one of the best things ever. I'm very sad that I can't experience that again, you know? Because I'm on the internet, and even before a Pokemon game is released, you get to see everything about it. You get to know what evolves into what new Pokemon there are. And I always try to avoid as much content as possible so I can go in completely blind. But you can never really go in completely blind anymore. There's just too much media coverage. I miss the age of rumors, you know? I'm getting distracted, I'm not even participating in these battles. But yeah, where I was going with that was, when I would do the bug catching contest, I didn't know what was gonna pop out of those bushes, you know? It was just new. Everything was new. And I would get the usual Weedles and Caterpies, and it'd be like, oh, well, this is typical. This is to be expected. But then, oh, a Pinsir would pop out, or a Scyther, and I'd be like, oh, this is new. I've never seen this Pokemon before. I wonder how strong it is. I wonder if it can evolve, you know? It's stuff like that. It's really gets me going. I really wish I can experience that again. If I could wish upon a genie and say, oh, bring me back to this era, it would definitely be that era. No contest. I remember going and doing the bug catching contest at my grandma's house. Yeah, I was in the backyard, I think, just playing with my DS all by myself. My brother was in the other room, and I can remember the music clearly, like it was yesterday. I was gonna say I could gush on and on about how much I love this game, but like, that's what this series is for, isn't it? Did I mention I love the music? I do love the music. I'm gonna hope to God this muck doesn't know Sludge Bomb. Because that would not be good for poor old Miguel. That's actually why he was so low health before. Let's use Magnet Bomb. It always confused me that steel types are immune to poison types, but steel types aren't necessarily. Oh! Well, my worst fears have been confirmed. The muck interrupted me there. What I was saying was, I always thought it was confusing that poison types were immune to... No, steel types were immune to poison types, but steel types weren't super effective against poison types. Like, why not? I couldn't... Oh, it disabled me. I couldn't tell you why it's like that, but it is a little bit of a nuisance, because I went in planning for Miguel to be my poison coverage, and... Nope. I'm just a little foolish. I guess Bumbo Jumbo will have to be. I wonder why Psychic type is super effective against Poison type. Like, is there any reason for that? I think my guess is like maybe it's referencing like sages who would use like psychic rituals to cure ailments or whatever. Like I cure you of your poisoning, I don't know. That's my wild guess. Psychic is one of my favorite types, I think. Just because it has a lot of neat Pokemon, but it's also got neat like tropes to go with it. Like, I heard somebody say once that psychic types, the weaknesses of psychic types are based on basic, like common human fears, like ghosts, bugs, and the dark. Yeah? That's pretty interesting. It makes sense. Did I mention that this is one of my favorite series? No, not series, cities. This is one of my favorite cities in the game, mostly because of the music. There's that one radio station, I believe, that plays like a minimalistic version of the not the Ghostbusters, I almost said Ghostbusters, the Goldenrod music. I don't think I can play it right now though, because I've got the Team Rocket announcement going. Well, that's what we're here to stop, isn't we? We gotta stop Team Rocket from taking over the tower. Why do they want the tower? I don't know. I never really paid attention to the story in this game. I played it when I was like fucking young. I don't remember. There we go. Click. We're in much better condition. I also hope that I hope nobody minds how quiet the audio of the game is, but I think it does kind of add to the whole ASMR thing to have it so quiet. One of my favorite things is going to sleep with the subtle sound of something playing in the background, you know? If it, like it's TV when you're late at night, or like somebody else is playing a game in the room quietly so you can sleep. I hope this will kind of emulate that effect. It hurts me to hurt that gloom. It reminds me of spinach. They've got two of them. Great, double whammy. Double whammy trauma. Whoosh. I hope you guys can't hear me sipping on my tea. That wouldn't be pleasant. Or maybe it would. Some people like that for ASMR. Personally, I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of the whole like chewing sounds and eating sounds ASMR. That always irks me. kind of a pet peeve of mine when people talk with their mouth full or chew loudly. I got an Ultra Ball. That's fun. I wonder if I'll actually be able to carry this series to the end of the game. I've been recording for 26 minutes already. That's like 2 episodes worth. Let's eradicate this Eradicate. It took me forever to learn that that was the joke. Eradicate. I always thought it was just like, oh shit, I forgot I had choice specs on this guy. That's me pretending I know anything about competitive Pokemon. Oops, I think I just hit the mic there. My mistake. Golbat, oh, that reminds me. One thing I loved about this game was not knowing which Pokemon could and couldn't evolve. For the longest time, I thought that Zubat could only evolve into Golbat. When I finally got to the end of the game and I saw the rival get his Crobat, I was astounded. I was like, whoa, what Pokemon is that? Is that a Zubat? Can Golbat evolve? How can Golbat evolve? I never knew. Suddenly I wished I caught a Zubat all those routes ago. All those Zubats appearing in the cave, they were beckoning me. It was a message. I probably wouldn't have had the patience to get its friendship up anyway. I was a very impatient child. I might have to stand up for a sec to refill my water here. Ooh, did a lot of damage. Goodbye, grammar. Off to bed with you. Music. Something funny I remember about evolution is when I was a kid, I remember when I was a kid, the first ever Pokemon I ever evolved was Togetic. I keep saying Togetic, I think it's Togetic. The first time I ever evolved a Pokemon was Togetic, and I remember being astonished. Like, I was already loving Pokemon as I was going through it. When I saw that they could evolve, I was like, oh, this unlocked a whole new level of love for this game. Suddenly I was biased. I only wanted to use Pokemon that could evolve just for the thrill. If a Pokemon couldn't evolve, I was just, what's the point, you know? After it evolved, I went up to my dad. I went up to my dad and I asked, hey, do you think our dog's gonna evolve soon? I was not a very bright kid. I was very sad to find out that evolution takes millions of years and not a couple levels. I hope this doesn't get boring. Ooh, lava plume? Ooh, that's really good. Fucking bye, Ember. No need. We got lava plume now. Now I'm unstoppable. Ooh, actually, I think Sunboy is about to evolve. Oh, no. Must be 36. Maybe we should start leveling up somebody else. I think Bumbo Jumbo needs some experience. When did I want to evolve Bumbo Jumbo again? Let me look up his moveset real quick. It learns Psychic at level 48. Water Gun, it already has, right? Oops. I hope the clicking of the buttons also contributes to the ASMR. I think it's going to be keeping Surf as its water type move. It learns Zen Headbutt at level 34. Okay, I think that's what I was hoping for. Because I don't really want to wait for it to get to level 48 before I evolve it. So we'll get it up to level 34 so it can learn Zen Headbutt. And then we'll evolve it. Well, its attack seems to be better than its special attack anyway, so I don't think it needs Psychic that bad. It's settled. I'll let it learn Zen Headbutt, and then I'll evolve it. Well, actually, I don't think it really needs to evolve. It can evolve whenever, actually, because it still learns Zen Headbutt at 34. So how does Slowpoke evolve again? At level 37. Okay, so when it learns, right after it learns Zen Headbutt, it'll evolve into a Slowbro. Good. Then we're on the right track. Let's rescue Mr. Mayor here, or whatever. Ooh, Sleep Talk. Maybe I'll use that with Slowpoke. Here's the director. Sweet. Now we just have to make our way back to the tower. I can't wait for us to be done with this because I would really like to go to Blackthorn City. Or Blackthorn Town, I can't remember which one it was. Blackthorn City is one of my favorite places in the game. Because I love the music, and I love Ice Cave. Ice Cave is pretty notorious with some people, I believe. Not with me. I love Ice Cave. Mostly because of the music, but also because that's where I found my first shiny. The Mamoswine I was talking about earlier, or in the last episode, depending on how I edit this. I believe I already explored these floors, so let's get moving.